General consensus amongst the motoring media is that the Audi RS6 is about as menacing as a wagon can be.
Before his untimely passing, I was lucky enough to meet up and chat with Gugu Zulu at Swartkorps in Pretoria, behind the scenes of his Ignition GT shoot. This was my first time meeting him, and I never thought it would be my last. He took me on a wild ride around the Swartkorps track, and we spoke about how he got into motorsport, as well as some of his career highlights.
Hard on the brakes, nice and weight, but as you can tell, you start feeling the weight of the...
Please just let me know how you got into motorsports.
It's been a long time. I mean, I was very fortunate that I came from a family that was very supportive of someone's dreams, you know. At the age of 6, my mom used to ask me, Gugu, what do you want to do when you grow up, you know? Like, ufuna ukwenzani? And according to her at that time, all I said is I wanted to be a driver. So I was like, do you want to be a taxi driver or a bus driver or what kind of a driver? And all I said is just a driver. But I think things really materialized when I joined the Isondo Racing Academy, Kailami. This was back in 1997. At Bafuna Bantwana from previously disadvantaged communities, and they wanted them to come in and get involved in motorsports and be exposed to it. So they basically gave us an introduction to motorsports, showed us a bit of flags, in terms of how the flag system works in motorsports, and then CSN's on a go-kart as well. So nice. A little bit of go-karting. But I think it was really in 1999 when we had our trials for Isondo Sports 2000 series. It's a sports car series. And Lapoge, out of 560 kids that tried out, I was one of 20 selected for the first year.
My gosh, so 1996 you said, or
1999?
I was 8 years old when this man was having great times on the racetrack.
Still a pickaninny.
Still a baby. And on that note, please can you just tell me your highlights that you've had in your career?
Oh wow, the highlights are actually quite plenty. I mean, in 2003 I went to the US and I participated in the Skip Baba Dodge series. And in that series, I raced a young guy by the name of Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez is racing for Force India in Formula 1. And I've got timesheets where I'm ahead of him, you know, and I'm winning the race. So it was a nice experience, awesome exposure. But unfortunately, due to funding, I couldn't actually stay in the US longer than 6 months later. So I had to come back home and try and make a career out of it locally. But I've also been to the UK where I participated in a rally program. It was more like the pop idols of rallying. And they were looking for people to actually, you know, obviously a winner. And I think out of, I don't know how many people actually entered, but I was actually finally invited to the finals. And at the finals, the prize was given to other 2 youngsters to share. I'm living here in South Africa. But it's fine, we'll give them a chance. But overall, I've won 3 South African National Rally Championship class championships. And I've also won the Sports 2000 series. I've done very well in the V8 series. And I probably, you know, tasted a lot of all the facets of motorsports. I mean, from off-roads to rallying, to track racing, to single-seaters. So I've kind of done it all, and even the business side of things.
Circular nation, lost in wonderland.
Gugu Zulu, I don't want to take your job, not at all, but I do want to find out how you do this thing. Can you take me for a young spin?
A young spin?
Yeah.
Well, right now we've got this wonderful beast of a car. This is the Audi RS6. It's about 420 kilowatts of Vuma. It's going to be it's a beast.
Yes.
It's a beast. So I hope you can buckle up and have nerves of steel.
Got this.
So bring it on. Let's go.
Very patient. You'll see the revelation. Need navigation? Be very patient. Take heed the revelation. Baby girl, I try to find you in this big old world. So little time, yet have so much to do. You're getting tired. This is much for you. I am just stargazing, fake memories. I'm chasing life's misery, that paper.
How does one get to do what you do on a daily basis?
Hey guys, as I said, you know, unfortunately motorsport is really a hobby in this country, so we don't really, Monday to Friday, I'm not in a car driving continuously. So I've got a business where I'm involved in the organizing of certain events, particularly motoring events. Lokshin Motor Show has been one of them, where we basically do events out in Kasi and take motoring to the people to expose them. We were the very first company, you know, Nana, my partner Nana Zulu, to take you know, a motoring show to Maponya Mall. And we brought out all these wonderful cars, the big RS, even a Ferrari, we had a Dodge Viper and a Lamborghini there. So we do that on the side as well, and that's part and parcel of my business. My other business pertains to organizing motorsports events as well. So I think that's the only way I can really keep myself sane. I then do Ignition GT laps, and I get to drive these wonderful cars.
Yes.
And it's always been a dream of mine to be able to test drive e-motor and check, what are they all about, and find out how fast they really go. So it's the coolest way of actually pretending to be owning, these wonderful cars. And the nice thing is I don't have to pay insurance, I don't have to pay installments on it. But people just say, hey, Gugu, here, Zwagala, you test drive our car. And it's absolutely awesome. So I'm loving it.
I'm glad you're loving it. You deserve it. I think any human being would love what you just said, the perks of having to just drive a car every day. But apart from that, when you get into motorsports, what are the things one should look out for in terms of, sure, it seems lavish and, exciting, but what are those things that one needs to watch out for when getting into the motorsports industry?
Look, I think in motorsports, as you heard, the word itself, motorsports, it's a sport, So all I could say is, guys, if you want to really participate in this game, don't go and do it out on the main roads. The roads out there, they've got rules that you need to adhere to because you've got other people around you. And therefore, from a safety point of view, if you want to participate in the game, keep it onto the racetrack only. And that's the only thing I can really stress out to my Gita and the ladies out there. I don't mind if you really want to experience the thrill of motorsports, come and do it in the right environment and keep it safe. And that's what I'd highly recommend to people. How was that? Did you enjoy it?
No, Gugu Zulu, wait. That was absolutely amazing. I just need to get myself together and just focus a bit. Woo! You are on another level. I didn't expect it to be that amazing. Just because I'm genuinely meeting him for the first time today and experiencing how he drives, he is on another level. Now, with that said, coming out of the township and being where you are now, did you ever expect yourself to be at this level coming from Ekasi?
Look, it was very difficult. Ekasi, when people ask you, more cool, and I said I want to be a racing driver, they were like, hey, my guy, do you know the color of your skin? Do you know where you fit in the food chain?
Yeah.
So it was very difficult. But people would always talk you down and say it was never going to happen. That's just a dream, it's white man's game only.
Sure.
But here it is. I'm standing proof that if you've put your mind to it and you can dream it, you can live it. So it's all about living for the dream, I guess, and pushing forward for it. So I've managed to make it happen, and I get to test and drive with beautiful ladies like yourself, and hot, beautiful cars from time to time. So yeah, I'm loving that aspect of it.
Gugu Zulu symbolizes dreams coming true, and having built himself a career in motorsports and further into business, I'm sure you feel inspired as much as I am today. Gugu Zulu, I say salute.
When we win together.